Welcome to United Way campaign announcement. Welcome to the United Way campaign announcement. Welcome to the United Way campaign announcement for 20... Oh, come on.
Hello.
Kelly, it's Victor. Where are you?
I'm in the elevator.
I know that's you making the noise.
Yeah, okay. You said I had 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was 15 minutes ago.
Oh, shoot. I just got to do my tie.
Okay, just... Welcome to the United Way campaign achievement announcement. Welcome. What is this?
Say a prayer, now I let it go. All steps sliding down the rabbit hole of this 21st century mind. Just when you think you've grown up, turn around and you'll find yourself back on square one. Isn't this fun? The tricks we play, the way we stay the same. And I just wanna be around.
Uh-oh.
Fiddlesticks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the United Way HPE 2021 Campaign Achievement Celebration. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm not sure where Kelly is. I imagine he's got a very good excuse for being late, but we're going to move on without him for right now. Before we go further, I want to take a moment before we get started to acknowledge and honor the fact that our service region, which is across all of Hastings County and Prince Edward County, is located on the territory of the Huron-Wendat, the Anishinaabe, and the Haudenosaunee people, and directly adjacent to the Gundage, which is the Tyendinaga territory, which is part of the Mohawk Nation. So the United Way board staff and volunteers are grateful for the opportunity to live and work here, and we're so thankful for the generations of people who've taken care of this land for thousands of years before us. And we'd also like to recognize the contributions of the Métis, Inuit, and other Indigenous people who have and continue to live in these communities. So I'm going to introduce a few people that you will meet throughout this presentation. Kathy Rushton, Board Chair, Brandy Hodge, Executive Director, Melanie Cressman, Director of Donor Relations, and Inspector Sherry Meeks, Volunteer Campaign Chair for 2021. And so right now I'd like to invite Kathy to speak for a moment.
Thanks very much, Victor. I'm Kathy Rushton, Chair of the Board of Directors of the United Way, Hastings and Prince Edward. On behalf of my colleagues on the board, I want to say thank you to Kelly McKenney and to you, Victor, for the roles that you've played in today's announcement. As we've already seen, and from what I understand we're about to see, your creativity is ingenious. It is so great to know that this is all happening right here in our own backyard. We are so grateful that you're both so committed to ensuring your community is a better place to live. We appreciate your time, your energy, and your endless enthusiasm. Thank you for adding so much to our celebration today. I'd like to say a special thank you to Inspector Sherry Meeks of the Belleville Police Service for once again leading the 2021 United Way HPE fundraising campaign. That was no easy task. For the last 2 years, pandemic years at that, you and your campaign cabinet full of other community-minded volunteers have masterfully engaged the full community, which has culminated in the announcement that will be made today. Congratulations to you all. We thank you for your leadership, your passion, and your commitment to both United Way HPE and our broader community that we all call home. I'd also like to thank all the United Way HPE staff, in particular, Melanie Cressman, Jennifer Smith, and Brandy Hodges, for the hard work and enthusiasm in supporting the campaign during these challenging times. Back to you, Victor.
Thank you, Kathy. So today is a great day to spread some local love. Not only is it Valentine's Day, in case you've forgotten, and the achievement for the United Way HPE celebration, but you may have heard it's also the very first day of the inaugural Nonprofit Sector Appreciation Week. So the United Way HPE team is with some volunteer and agency partners in all corners of Hastings and Prince Edward today as we speak, spreading some local love. So we're going to go live on location to a few of those today, and we're going to start with Caitlin in Bancroft. Caitlin, are you there?
Hi, Victor. Can you see me?
I can see you. You're all bundled up. It looks cold out there.
It is freezing, but the sun is shining, so I can't complain.
Excellent.
And I'm Caitlin. I'm the Youth to Youth Coordinator at United Way Hastings and Prince Edward. And behind me are Diane and Nicole from North Hastings Children's Services, which is one of 4 funded agencies in the Bancroft community. North Hastings Children's Services is a wonderful partner to the Youth to Youth program as we work together to encourage youth to learn about social issues, understand how they're impacted by them, and also take a leading role in grassroots change. We have been in downtown Bancroft today, handing out chocolates to say thank you to this awesome community for their support of the UW campaign. Thanks for checking in, Victor.
Well, I think Caitlin has disconnected there, but I noticed there was an umbrella with a number on it. I probably should have made point of that. We're going to see a few of those today, and those will represent something in the end, and hopefully you can piece it all together as we go. I think next we are live on location with Corrine, and Corrine is in Madoc. Have we got you on, Corrine? We'll just give Corrine a second here. I see her there. Okay, I can hear her. There we go.
Sorry about the late start. Here
No
I
problem.
am in my hometown of Madoc. I'm Corrine, the Director of Finance at United Way, and it's been a great day so far. We are handing out chocolates in downtown Madoc at Foodland, and now I'm here with some of the community supporters that were helping me with that today. I don't know if you can see them waving in the background. Hopefully you can see that. Not the greatest cameraman here. This is Sally Gale of the Central Hastings Support Network and Tina from the Madoc Food Bank, along with Shannon from CLA. They are representing some of the 5 funded agencies in Central Hastings. And we just want to say a big thank you to all our supporters, donors, sponsors, and everyone involved. It's a truly collective effort to get to where we have in our achievement. And have a great day, everybody, and thank you.
Thank you, Corrine. It's great to see you out there. I actually went to high school and grew up most of my life in Madoc, so it's nice to see some representation out there.
Great, thanks, Victor. Bye.
Bye, take care. Okay, and now we're going to hear from Sherry Meeks, Inspector Sherry Meeks. And unfortunately, I don't think her camera is working today, but we should be able to hear from her, and you can just picture a big smile. Sherry, have we got you on here?
You've got me on here, Victor.
There we go.
Thanks, Victor. And also for me too, Madoc is where I went to high school. So it's like old
really?
School. Yes.
Excellent.
So for everyone, I'm Sherry Meeks. I'm an inspector with the Belleville Police Service, and I am the campaign chair for the 2nd year for United Way in Hastings, Prince Edward. It has been a true honor and privilege to be the campaign chair for a 2nd year in a row. These 2 years have been unprecedented for everyone in this community, and that includes this campaign cabinet and the wonderful team that is behind us with the board of directors and the staff of United Way. For me, being a police officer for the past 25 years, this has been more important to me than ever than giving back to the community and being a part of this. As I've seen over the last 25 years, the tolls and the things that people need in the community and the most vulnerable, and how United Way helps to support all of those individuals in our community. But I don't do this by myself. This is a team. We've got a wonderful team of cabinet members that are all volunteers, and that they are pivotal to the success of the campaign. Every person on the team is recruited because of the role they play in their community and with their own workplace. Each of them contributes ideas, plans, and introductions that ensure the success of the annual campaign. So I'd like to take this time to introduce all of this year's 2021 cabinet members and say a huge, huge thank you to each and every one of them for our collaborative effort together, never once meeting in person for the whole year. So I've only seen their faces mostly through the same venue that we're looking at today. So I'll start off with Hillary Murphy, a partner and director of business development for Task Force Engineering. Liz Canuta from BMO Nesbitt Burns, who's a wealth advisor and also a local champion for our United Way's Women United program. Deputy Chief Carl Boker from Hastings Quinte Paramedic Services. Dan McCullough from Magna Lighting and Auto Systems. He's the Assistant General Manager there. Donna McEwen from Community Services, Community Living Belleville and Area, which is a funded agency, and she's the manager there. Cindy Nichols from Canada Revenue Agency. She's an acting team leader from Revenue Collections. Sarah Racima Seaton, founder and CEO of Big Red Bow Digital Marketing. Major Angeline Morass from 8 Wing CFB Trenton. And Chief Monique Belair from Belleville Fire and Emergency Services. Thank you to all of you, and I'm excited about the announcement for today. Over to you, Victor.
Thank you so much, Sherry. And I think we're moving straight ahead now to live on location with Jennifer, who is
Hello.
in Deserano. Is that right?
That's right. We are in Deserano. My name is Jen Smith. Thanks, Victor. I am the Community Relations Coordinator here at United Way Hastings and Prince Edward, joined with Shelley from Community Care South Hastings. And it is a little bit cold out here today, but I'll tell you right now, it is very easy to make new friends when you're handing out celebration chocolate. That is one thing, Victor, that we definitely have learned today. And honestly, this is my most favorite thing about this job, is getting to meet new people each and every day. Looks like we have another customer, whether that's at a fundraising event or at a workplace that we're stopping by who's running a campaign. It's pretty contagious when you get to see people each and every day collectively working together to support one another. So also, you may be interested to know that 70% of United Way's campaign is generated through workplaces, which means that all of the employees and people who are constantly finding new and innovative ways of engaging their team and fundraising are 100% absolutely at the center core of everything that we do here at United Way. So on behalf of all of us, we just wanted to say a huge thank you. We are incredibly grateful for all of your support, and also for everyone tuning in today. Thank you very much. We're going to continue to have some fun here in Deserano. We know the big reveal is coming up soon, so we'll pass it back to you, Victor, and thanks everybody. Talk to you soon.
Excellent. Thank you, Jennifer. I see another number in the background there on umbrella.
You might. I'm not trying to give anything away, but you might see a little number there. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I won't pry too hard. All right. Thanks so much, Jennifer.
Talk to you soon.
All right. And now we are heading over to Alyssa in Picton.
Hi, Victor. How
There
are you
she
today?
is. Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm
Excellent.
in Picton today. I'm Alyssa, the Community Impact Coordinator at United Way Hastings and Prince Edward. And today I'm here with Ellen Carlisle from Alternatives for Women. Some of you might recognize me as a volunteer coordinator, and I'm also the person that typically arranges for pickups of product when we have large amounts to distribute. We are really grateful for the amazing product donations that we have distributed in the community this year. Some examples are hygiene products from Procter & Gamble, Lysol wipes from the Trenton Memorial Hospital Foundation, masks and rapid testing kits, and who can forget the amazing amounts of chocolate that we've received from Nestle. So today we're out here in Picton handing out some amazing treats and spreading the love. People are so happy to see us, so we're really happy to be here.
That's awesome. Well, I can see another number in the back there too. I'll just make note of it. We can start to piece something together there, but it seems like you're having fun out there. Just stay warm.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Have a great day, everyone.
Take care. All right, and then I think we have Sarah, who's live on location in Quinte West. Do we have you on, Sarah?
Oh, I think we're here now. Hi, Victor.
There we are. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm Sarah Rosina Seaton. I'm not staff, but I'm rather a volunteer for the campaign cabinet, as well as on the Kentucky Derby planning team. So that will be coming up. I'm here with Shelly Akers from Quinte Transit for the city of Quinte West, saying thank you to the community for being a part of the success of the United Way Hastings and Prince Edward campaign. Wow, let's talk about that video for a moment. It was a perfect illustration of why I chose to give to the United Way and to the programs that help everyday people. I wanted to make sure that there was a place to turn for anyone that needed help, whether you're a financial contributor or you just give your time as a volunteer. You help ensure that supports are there for all of us. So thank you for everyone, to all of the volunteers in the community. We couldn't do it without you. And we're here having a lot of fun at Freshco and Trenton.
That's excellent. I feel like I'm cheating somehow because everyone else is out in the cold and I'm sitting here in the studio with my coffee, but you're doing a fantastic job.
It's a little chilly, I'm not gonna lie.
It does look a little chilly. I guess I didn't need to rub it in, but I just felt like something needed to be said.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it.
Okay, have a great day.
You too. Okay. And now I'd like to take the time to introduce Brandy Hodges. There you are.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. How are you?
Right. Good. Thanks. How are you?
Good. Good.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I'm sitting in my office and the rest of the team is out having fun delivering some chocolate. So thanks to them for that. I think they're probably having a really great time. Good afternoon to everyone on the call today. Thank you so much for joining us. A big part of us was a little bit sad that we couldn't celebrate the achievement of the 2021 campaign with you in person. For the second year in a row, we've met with you virtually, and it is different. We can't shake hands or share small talk. We can't look you in the eye and say thank you. And we miss that. So we definitely look forward to the day where we can gather again. And by today's announcement, apparently it sounds like that may happen sooner than later. But this crazy pandemic has had many silver linings, and the wonders of technology have certainly been one of them. It's made events like this more accessible for people to be able to attend. And that means that more of you can tune in and celebrate with us. So that we're grateful for. Whether you're in your office, in the lunchroom at work, at home, at school, or in a parking lot in your car, welcome to each and every one of you. On behalf of our whole staff team, many of whom you've met this afternoon, some of the rest of us are in the office, I want to echo all of the thanks that have already been shared. This is truly a collective effort, one that takes a tremendous amount of time, dedication, and passion. It takes a team, a whole team. One made up of workplace ambassadors, campaign chairs, volunteer cabinet members, donors, sponsors, foundations, and corporate supporters. We need each and every one of you to succeed. We also need an incredible staff team to steer this ship, one that is equally as passionate, determined, and dedicated. And I have to tell you, I would follow this team anywhere. The campaign is led by Melanie Cressman, our Director of Donor Relations, and is directly supported by Jennifer Smith, our Community Engagement Coordinator, who you've already met, and every other member of our very small but mighty team. Thank you all very much. In September, we launched our annual campaign with a goal and with a theme. The goal was $1.95 million, and the theme was Revive and Thrive. We used umbrellas as our symbol of local love. It was all a little bit scary because we didn't know what to expect in the second year of the pandemic or how that would impact our ability to fundraise. But we did know that we needed to raise as much as we possibly could so that we could respond to the increased needs that we're seeing across our community. So $1.95 million was the goal, and we had 19 weeks to raise it. and we're excited to share the final campaign achievement announcement with you today. It can sometimes be difficult, especially when we're virtual, to find the balance between the celebration and the why. It's fun to announce the campaign achievement, but why do we announce a goal and an achievement for this campaign in the first place? Why do we ask you, our donors, to support the work of United Way? Why is this campaign so incredibly important to the health and well-being of our community? We also always struggle with how to appropriately thank you. How do we thank each individual employee at Procter & Gamble for their contributions, or the command team and the campaign leadership of the Government of Canada Workplace Charitable Campaign, otherwise known as the GCWCC, at 8 Wing Trenton? What about the Bernice and John Parrott Foundation and the Marilyn and Morris Rollins Foundation? How do we thank the individual donors who aren't tied to our workplace, yet who write their checks and put them in the mail every year for 5, 10, 20, 30 years? How do we show our appreciation appropriately to Sherry Meeks and the incredible campaign cabinet for working alongside us every step of the way, or the team of allocations volunteers who just completed the process of reviewing over 50 programs who have requested funding this year? Our why is the same as your why. Every single one of us are working toward the same goal, the goal of a strong, healthy, and vibrant community where we can all truly revive from the impacts of this pandemic and thrive. We can say thank you a million times over, but we know that you trust us with your charitable giving because you trust us to make a difference for your neighbors, people right here in Belleville, Trenton, Picton, Bancroft, and everywhere in between. So the best way for us to say thank you is to show you our why, to show you the difference that you're making in people's lives, real local people, real local families whose circumstances and opportunities are measurably better as a result of the United Way funded program. They are our why, and we know they are your why as well. Take a look.
Prior to the pandemic, I was a bank teller at Scotiabank. My partner is a chef. And so when the pandemic hit, not only were my 2 younger kids home, my older son, he lost all services. So he wasn't in school. There was a process and we were trying to do some homeschooling with him. Autism in itself is hard, but then throw in a pandemic. And when you're at home all the time, that's hard on everybody. But for a kid who doesn't deal well with change, it was particularly hard.
I'm originally from Afghanistan. As we all know, Afghanistan is been in war for so many years. My parents tried to find a better place for us because there was no hope in our country to improve our quality of life. They decided to leave Afghanistan to find a better place. We went to Cuba. I lived in Cuba for 7 years. I went to school there, I lived there. And along the way, Cuba life was a little bit tough. Cuba is a communist country. They don't follow any international law. They do not follow any UN law. Eventually we ran out of money. Eventually, literally, I was homeless. The government of Cuba, they put me in jail. I was actually underage. I was almost 15 years old. I was in the jail. I was there for 100 days. Eventually, I had to do like a hunger strike. And I did a hunger strike. Eventually, they kicked me out of the jail. And then I take me out of there. And after that, I went to Canadian Embassy, and Canadian Embassy accept us as a refugee.
It was a really long 6 months, but those few months resulted in our decision to place him in out-of-home residential care, unfortunately. When it came to everyone at community living, he was in their face. He wanted hugs, he wanted kisses, and he just expanded as a kid. And they were able to give him experiences that we could never. They saved my relationship, they saved my family, they saved my life in some ways. without people to fill that program, my family's not the only one out there. And as sad and frustrating as my story is, there are families out there who are having a harder time.
I think Belleville is like my hometown. I've been living here for a long time, yeah. I was 21 years old. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish the school because based on the Canadian law, the maximum age is 21 years old. I have one credit left. I went out there and tried to ask for help on a few organizations in our city. And one of the organizations, they take me over and they say, hey, we can help you. And they were funded by United Way. It's one of the agency. And they helped me. They gave me help to get my grade 12 credit. And that grade 12 took me from poverty to possibility. From the first day I came to Canada, I've been using United Way. Even today, I still use their agencies. It's one of the great assets for my success.
There isn't a single one of our employees that isn't touched in some way by the programs the United Way supports. I specifically have always been a supporter of the United Way because it's so wide-ranging, so touching so many different areas of our community. Hearing those stories and understanding, every penny that you do donate and where it's going, and it's going to people that you see in your community and around the corner and here locally in Belleville. So it's very important to me to continue to support United Way. I want to know that the money that I'm contributing or that our employees are contributing are creating value within our local community. And I don't see a better charity in the area to accomplish that. We're all going through challenges, and our business, not unlike every other business, is going through those challenges, and we know we all need to work together to be successful. That's true at work, and that's true when we go home at night as well.
I came down to this area and that was my first exposure to United Way, and I just became a donor at that point in time. My first reaction was I thought the government did all this, and it was a big eye-opener for me. It started my sort of more intense engagement in the organization. Well, we've had at DomTech, we've had a workplace campaign now for many years, and it started really based on my connection with the organization and the fact that we wanted to help.
But when I was 40, everything fell out of my life. My marriage ended, lost my job, no work. The oil patch crashed. But I think what I really enjoyed the most was finding out where the money went in our community. And United Way had the broadest scope. I didn't know a lot of people. I'd just come to Belleville. So I made contact with a couple of people out in the back on the plant because they have more influence than the office people, bigger number of people. And one of them was going off work for cancer treatment. So he phoned and asked if he could be on the committee. And he came up with a marvelous idea of a loonie a week. It's not very much money. It's a coffee. Can you give a coffee a day or a coffee a week to United Way? Our numbers went sky high. Everybody was so excited about giving so much. That not only gave people an initiative that really giving doesn't take a lot. And if everybody gave $1, that's a lot of money. But it also did something else. It wasn't the chair that was doing it, it was everybody doing it. So somebody would walk in and say, hey, I've got a whole bunch of stuff, let's make a basket and raffle it. So it wasn't me doing it really, it ended up being them.
Especially in the context of this pandemic, continuing pandemic, there's a very fine line between good fortune and bad fortune, misfortune, bad luck. And I think people realize that. We're lucky, But certainly others, you can wake up in the morning and your industry is affected and your life is turned upside down just overnight. Often in cases, just a tiny bit of help was all somebody needed to sort of change direction in their life. And that was very important to me. And the stronger the community is, the stronger, the better life is, obviously.
I think everybody knows that we're in an affordable housing crisis. In fact, City of Belleville has the distinction of being third in all of Canada, behind Vancouver and Toronto, for core housing need, and particularly affordable housing. We are a small agency. We're entirely a volunteer agency. We do have one full-time staff person, but who doesn't work directly for us. So building organizational capacity, given the fact that we've taken on 2 major capital projects right now, obviously we have to be able to call on resources to build up our own capacity. And that's where the United Way has been really important to us. We started with transitional housing, and transitional housing, as you know, is short-term housing, and our first housing project was called Tom's Place. That was named after my younger brother who died of AIDS-related complications, but who found himself at some point in his life without housing. When we say I'm going home, there's actually a place you can go to. That's what is really important for us. You've got a place to go to. And that place, at the end of the day, however humble it may be, our hope is that it becomes your home. That's a place you identify with. It's a place where you feel safe. It's a place where you feel secure. And it's a place where you think, this is where my dreams begin. This is where I start to maybe rebuild my life a bit.
This is not original thought, but like many people, I envision and would like to live in a community where everybody has the same opportunity to become the best that they are. And again, coming back to United Way's partners, they are the conduit to building a community like that.
One of the most important part of the community is to help each other. That's the basic, fundamental of the definition of community. And it's by just helping each other, we can go along the way. Like by donating to this organization, they can provide take the pressure off those agencies to able to focus to their work. They're more focused to their main goal to provide support to their community.
If we don't help other people, we don't have a community anymore. If we let people sleep on the streets, for example, we don't give them food, we can't find shelter, we can't get education, it's not a very nice community anymore. There's got to be love and help. If people don't reach out, you don't have a community.
Having that compassion for somebody who the regular world doesn't, that's priceless. And I can't even begin to describe how thankful I am. And none of that would be possible without United Way. Thank you doesn't seem like enough. That's very cliche in and of itself, but please keep doing what they're doing. It matters. It makes such a difference in people's lives that tomorrow they don't know what's going to happen. And it's not a day at a time. It's an hour at a time. It's 5 minutes at a time. And all of it is possible with the donors from United Way. So thank you doesn't sound like enough, as much of a cliche as that sounds like. I just don't have the words other than thank you.
Wow, there's a lot of incredible stories there. And as we were putting this together and filming here in the studio, and as we were editing, it became very clear that this video could have been an hour long easily, because there were just so many incredible stories. and the people involved with the United Way were so passionate about it. And so I just like to say thank you to the people that told their stories, some of them not very easy to tell, but thank you so much for doing that and for being a part of this celebration today. So I think we are going live now to Liz Canuta, who's on location in Belleville. Is that correct?
Hi, here we are live from the Metro store in Belleville. I'm Liz Canuta from BMO Nesbitt Burns, and as you can see, we're dressed for the Arctic, thinking we were going to be outside today, and masked up to follow all requirements here in the store. I'm here today with fellow cabinet member Donna McEwen and also Kelly and Jen from Community Living Belleville area. We're spreading some cheer, we're giving out some chocolates and having some fun here on Valentine's Day. Donna and I lead our workplace campaigns. As I understand, Jen and Kelly are very involved in that as well. And we're also members of the Women United group. Now, tomorrow, Women United is launching an education and awareness campaign on the disturbing topic of human trafficking. Be sure to check out the digital billboard at the corner of Bell and Front Street. And if any of our viewers want to learn more about human trafficking in HPE, and yes, it is here in HPE, please go to the United Way, hpe.ca, and you will find links to resources for help and education. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Thank you, Liz. Appreciate that. And I think lastly, now we're going live on location to Melanie Cressman, who's in Sterling. We got you on there, Melanie. Melanie, do we have you on?
Can you hear me, Victor?
I can hear you, yeah.
It says that the host has to start my video.
Oh, interesting. And
oh, there I am.
There we go.
Hi, Victor.
How are you?
So, Victor, I'm here with Allison Farrell from Belleville Community Trust, and we are coming to you live from Sterling. It's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly, but it sure is nice to be here out in the community. So,
yeah, that's
Victor,
kind of been the... Go ahead.
That's the theme of the day, yes.
Yeah.
Victor, I'm not sure if you know or if our viewers know that many of our funded agencies provide services to all of Hastings and Prince Edward. So even though their main offices may be located in a larger center like Belleville or Quinte West, even the most rural parts of our region have those programs available to them. And we know that how important having the social service sector is available is to even the most rural parts of our communities. It ensures that our communities can be vibrant and healthy. Right. So speaking of awesome communities, Victor, we must be getting close to reveal time, are we?
I think we are very close.
We're getting close. Did you notice that we have a number back here?
I'm looking at I see another number back there, yeah.
Yeah, there's another number. Listen, I'm going to leave that to you to do the final reveal for us. But I do want to say one last thank you. You know, from our staff team, from our board of directors, from our cabinet. I know you've heard it over and over from almost everybody that's spoken here today. But we just can't express enough how grateful we are to our donors. We have the best donors everywhere, anywhere. So Victor, I'm going to leave it to you. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
We're ready.
Thank you so much, Melanie. Okay, I think we are now going to reveal the numbers. You've seen those umbrellas in the background, and they've kind of been in no particular order. And so now we're going to put them in order for you. And I just want to say thank you, everybody. After this, we're just going to let that number sit with you for a while. Thank you all for joining us. It really does mean a lot.
Well, Dennis.